Octoparse, an easy web scraper for anyone.
Welcome to Octoparse channel. In our previous video, we introduced the main interface and key features of Octoparse, including the browser, the workflow designer, the data preview pane, and the smart tips pane. In this video, we'll walk you through a complete Octoparse data extraction process of eBay, giving you a practical grasp of Octoparse basic scraping workflow on an e-commerce listing page. Before we jump into the scraping mission, let's introduce the underlying logic of the application. As we have mentioned above in the previous video, Octoparse is a scraping tool that helps a variety of people deal with complicated data needs. In this sense, the underlying logic of Octoparse is to mimic human browsing patterns. When designing a custom task, Octoparse enables you to construct your scraping workflow through a wide range of refined commands that transform human decisions and interaction with a website. By doing so, it can not only lower the likelihood of triggering anti-bot, but also ensure higher accuracy and adaptability to the widest range of personalized data needs. Now, let's shift our focus back to the dashboard. As you can see from the browser, this page is a typical e-commerce listing page, which is highly structured, full of product listings, showing pictures, product name, price, conditions, and more preview information. In general, all these product boxes follow a similar structure, that is to say, the way the information is arranged is the same for each product box. This predictable layout makes it easy for Octoparse to smartly locate and extract the same type of data in each repeating listing. Then, based on this pattern, you can see that as you hover your mouse over the web page, the browser automatically highlights a specific region in blue. These blue highlighted areas are the elements Octoparse identifies as structured data ready for extraction. When you click that, you can notice that the tips pane already concurrently steps in, delivering information on the number and types of data identified. And you may find that your selected area is lit up in green with a solid border, while other similar elements are also auto-detected in red with dashed lines, for example, all product titles that appear in the same position across each listing. Typically, when we click on a field, there are multiple data extraction types to choose from. Multiple extraction options exist because websites can store the same field in different technical ways. When clicking a specific field in Octoparse, you can choose from multiple types of data extraction. This happens because the same information on a web page can exist in different formats. For example, as plain text, text with links, image URLs, image files, and both outer and inner HTML. Octoparse intelligently detects all these possible representations and ensures you can collect the data accurately and flexibly for different purposes. As we click on the price name field in the first product listing, we can select all similar elements on this page, which automatically selects 60 product names from each product box on this page. Then, click text to scrape the information we need. As you can see, the data preview pane correspondingly captures product name details, and the workflow design pane instantly builds the flow in response to this action. Then, you can double-click the table header in the data preview pane to rename and adjust your data table, which reflects the result of your final data export. Based on the same principle, we can also click on the product image within the listings box to extract its image URL. Next, take a look at the Smart Tips pane. You'll see the Next Page button suggested there. By clicking it, we can add actions to scrape data from multiple pages. Then, scroll down the page to locate the actual Next Page button, and place your cursor over it to set the click position for pagination. Since our goal is to scrape the product names and image URLs from the first two pages, we need to modify the repeat number under the pagination action. Click the pagination action on the workflow designer and change the repeat number to 2 in the general setting pane. Then, as we can see in the workflow designer, the task clearly illustrates the entire process we've set up to extract the product names and image URLs from the first two pages, including go to the web page, 1 pagination of repeating time of 2, 1 loop item that extracts 60 similar elements product listings of product name and image URL, and a click action of locating Next Page button. Once everything is checked, we can click Run and choose to run the task on your desktop in standard mode. Notice that the data exporting pane is now running. Every step of data retrieval follows the workflow design in a clear, logical order. Very soon, you'll see rows of extracted results popping up, showing that a large amount of product data has been successfully captured. After it is completed, you can choose Remove Duplicates and export the final data in many formats. No limit to Excel, CSV, and whatever that fits your needs. Click Confirm to save your dataset, and that completes the entire export process. That's it. That's all for this tutorial. By now, you should feel comfortable scraping basic product listings information from the first few pages. Take some time to practice what we've covered so far. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments or send a message. We'll be happy to help. In the next session, we'll move on to capturing data from product detail pages, which is especially useful for getting richer information and reinforcing everything you've just learned. Make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss it, and keep this video in your playlist to follow along step by step.